Tonight, an ongoing rape investigation finally results in a charge.
And how professors on campus reach out to help the community.
Also today marks World Mental Health Day, and athletics plans to combat the stigma. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Dax McCoy.
And I'm Patrick Gerardis. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
The Whitman County Prosecutor's Office just filed charges from an alleged rape case over a year old. Matt King joins us live from College Hill with the latest in the case. Matt?
So the alleged rape took place on College Hill last August. Now authorities have finally gathered enough information to charge the alleged attacker.
On August 19th last year, a woman went to a party on Valley Road and became highly intoxicated. According to court documents, other people at the party left around midnight. Then, Thomas Luke Cullen allegedly raped the victim twice and strangled her. The victim said she felt too weak and too intoxicated to push Cullen away. The victim reported the attack to a friend as soon as she woke up. Other partygoers confirmed noticing the very intoxicated victim at the party that night. Cullen claims they had consensual sex that night. The charges include 2 counts of second-degree rape and a count of second-degree assault. With the charges being filed on Monday, Cullen will appear in Whitman County Superior Court on October 26th. With the planning of Halloween parties going on, Pullman Police Operations Commander Chris Tennant offers some tips about how to stay safe and avoid these crimes.
Just talk amongst your friends about, how are we getting home? And to be honest, that's the biggest thing that people can do is prior to being intoxicated. A lack of a no is not a consent.
Tennant says it comes down to having respect for one another and watching out for our fellow Cougs. From College Hill, Matt King, Murrow, News 8.
Thank you, Matt. The Washington State Attorney General's Office will use a $1.3 million grant to test and investigate the backlog of sexual assault kits throughout the state. The AGO completed its inventory of untested sexual assault kits, and of the 6,460 untested kits in the state, Spokane ranked number 1 with 884 untested kits, and the Pullman Police Department ranked number 16 with 79. Commander Chris Tennant says officials sometimes leave the kits untested because they either found the perpetrator already or they could not identify the victim.
The program that collaborates with Helinski's Hope, WSU Athletics, and the Student Athlete Advisory Committee will start training sessions for student athletes that combine a mental health training program and a bystander intervention program. The program, called Strength is Asking for Help Athlete-to-Athlete Mental Health Training, combines 2 programs into one. One of the programs, called Behind Happy Faces, includes mental health challenges and aims to help people cope with mental health challenges. The other program, called Step Up, promotes bystander intervention by helping people notice a problem and how to get involved. A WSU professor and elementary school teacher combined forces to better help the community. Aishanae Taylor visited the tutoring program they created to help students who need it most.
The Pullman School District K-5 morning tutoring program allows students from WSU to go to local elementary schools and help the students before school. The program started at Jefferson Elementary and eventually spread to Franklin and Sunnyside elementary schools. Co-founders Paulina Abustan and Sandra Casanova came up with the idea a few years ago when they noticed a lot of kids struggling with assignments.
In Pullman, we're seeing a change in the makeup of our community. We need to support all families, and that this program helps every kid.
At the tutoring sessions, tutors teach various subjects, including language skills. About 80% of students do not speak English as their first language, so this comes as an amazing benefit to them.
The kids get really accustomed to their tutor, and it's really about building that relationship between WSU and the local schools and how the kids can have a role model. Hey, I have a friend, they're a WSU Cougar or they're a Coug, and they look up to us so much.
This year, they opened up the program to undergraduate students.
I haven't really had too much experience in a classroom yet, so it's been a really good way for me to get used to talking to the kids and having them have me as like a teacher figure.
Right now, the program relies entirely on volunteers. In search for grants, they hope to find ways to make long-term and sustainable solutions for the program, which includes gaining access to a bus that could pick up students who wouldn't otherwise have a ride to the program. Aijane Taylor, Murrow News 8.
Thank you, Aishane.
How sweet is that?
Yeah, I mean, people that coming out to help the community like that has to go a long way.
Uh-huh.
When we come back, how Whitman County plans to help our furry friends.
Also, Cougs accomplished something out of this world when Murrow News 8 continues.
No more books, no more teachers, dirty looks. School's out for summer. School's out forever. School out with fever. School's out completely.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%. And it can happen in every place.
School's out for summer.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org because great things happen when we live united.
Statistics show a connection between rising crime rates and an increase in animal cruelty charges over the past few years. Murrow News 8 reporter Lindsay Jensen caught up with the Whitman County Humane Society to learn more about the growing issue.
Animal cruelty continues to be a prominent issue in Pullman after crime rates
increased
increased from 2016 to 2017. The Whitman Humane Society says a lot of animals get returned because students don't realize the amount of care pets need.
We do have like a lot of students that are like, yeah, I got a puppy, but I'm gone 12 hours a day and this dog won't stop like barking, and then they do start using like shock collar because they just don't want to put that effort into training them.
When adopting a pet, Whitman County Humane Society staff counsel new pet owners on just how to transition them safely into a new home.
Maybe think long term before you get a pet and think it's a relationship. It's not just a one-way street really. It's a taking care of you and you taking care of it. So if you haven't considered that, then maybe you should hold off on getting a cat.
If you observe or witness animal abuse or animal neglect, please call Animal Control or the Humane Society to help save a life. Like Bronx here. Bronx!
Animal abuse may result in a fine, seizing of the animal, or jail time, according to the Pullman Police Department.
There are pets all over the place that have, you know, less than wonderful living situations, but the law only allows us to go in at a certain point. You know, we have to articulate that abuse has occurred, and if it hasn't, then they get to do what they want with their pets. So that's kind of hard, I think.
Lindsay Jensen, Murrow News 8.
If you listen closely, you might hear a familiar message coming from space. WSU's Cougs in Space Club used a NASA grant to build a 4-inch satellite over the past 2 years and hope to launch their best work into space to moonwalk all over the competition.
People being able to gain the skills that they normally would never have been able to do. You're not going to learn how to build a satellite in a classroom. You're going to get a concept. You're going to learn the math behind it. You're not going to do the practicality of it.
WSU's model will regularly broadcast our famous phrase, "Go Cougs," and signal club members when it flies overhead. Seniors from the Cougs in Space Club hope that after they graduate in May, they can find their satellite looking down on them.
And next, a mixed day of weather gave us some mixed feelings.
Abby Tudor joins us in the Weather Center when Murrow News 8 returns.
Mixed feelings.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Today the sun shines, but we'll have to find out if that will last, because we all know the weather here can play tricks on us. Abby will let us know in the Weather Center. Abby, can you have any tricks for us?
All right, I don't know about any tricks, but earlier today we saw some sun. Right now it's 47 degrees and kind of cloudy, and we have a humidity of 54%, so we know it might rain. And I know I have my hood ready for the walk home because on Monday I walked home in the rain without anything. Looking across the state though, we're seeing that in Spokane it's 58 degrees, 54 degrees in Pullman, and then on the west side we're seeing it's around the 60s and partly cloudy. I hope that it stays partly cloudy because I'm going home this weekend. I live near Seattle, and it's my mom's birthday. She also likes the partly cloudiness. Happy birthday, Mom. So I hope it stays that way across the state. And then if we're looking at tomorrow it's going to be sunny in the morning. It'll be hot for any ants that you hold a magnifying glass over, but not for us. But it's 44 degrees, and then 56 degrees in the afternoon. So it's going to be sunny, but still pretty cold. So you might want to stay inside, do whatever you do, homework or anything like that inside. Then we're looking at the rest of the week. It's going to be sunny every day, but just like I said, it's still going to be cold. So over the weekend, if you're staying here in Pullman, just make sure you keep warm. And back to you guys at the desk.
After the break, new regulations on marijuana products leave some people high and dry. When we come back.
Good one, son.
Last summer, my new dad took me on vacation. First, we went deep sea fishing.
Wow! I'm so proud of you, son.
And then we went on Thunder Shark.
That was awesome! Let's go again!
3 times. I gotta say, it was pretty cool.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Oh, not again.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, what you wear, how you dance, or even what direction life takes you. You just need to be there. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
We'll say goodbye to tasty treats that get you high. Washington State decided to ban weed-infused candies. State officials say this will come at the appearance of products on store shelves that catch the eyes of children. The Washington Liquor and Cannabis Board announced last week that it would reevaluate edible products, but the manufacturer of these products should cease. The law applies to all hard candy, tarts, fruit chews, colorful chocolates, jellies, and any gummy-type products. Any existing candy products violating the state's rule may sell through April 3rd. Well, guys, no more candy, huh, for the kids? No more marijuana-infused candies?
Yeah, I guess they're not going to be able to get that anymore.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight. Join us every weeknight at 7 and 10 for Pullman's only nightly newscast.
Have a great evening, and don't forget to follow Murrow News 8 on Facebook and Twitter.
Good night, Pullman.